everyone. This is Brother Benson, and I'm joined together with the panelist, that is Makobura, Miguda, and the ES. Um, this evening, we want to look at the politics of the day, and we will also be focusing on what is happening in Tanzania. As you know, Madam Suluhu Hassan is the president-elect right now, and the Chadema, that is the Chadema party, has rejected the results, and there's so much going on in Tanzania. And I saw, yet to confirm, I saw one of the names to be like a Kenyan citizen who was in Tanzania. He was a teacher and he was shot dead. So I'm yet to confirm. I just texted the person who wrote it. So once it is confirmed, then we will talk about it and see what is the way forward. And the Tanzanian security have also released the press saying that there are foreigners who are in Tanzania who are there to create chaos. So we're just praying for our Kenyan brothers not to cross over to the Tanzania border, because so much it's not secure right now. So that is some of the things that we are going to talk about. We are going also to mention about President William Ruto today donated almost like 50 million to ADC Church. It was in Vihiga. And remember, the teachers also has been on the strike. So people are asking, what are the priorities that we have as a country? So that is we will discuss and weigh our thoughts on it. And also, we will also talk about the ODM, because ODM as a party, what is the future of ODM? Because we are seeing mixed signals, especially from members of ODM. And from the look of things, it seems that we have two axes. One of the axes is led by Sifuna, the other axis is led by Governor Wanga. Those who have declared support, especially for President William Ruto, and those who are not, and say that we signed an agreement and the agreement is not going to go past 2027, that those who are saying that, okay, Ruto is going to be our president. And I saw one of the members of parliament say that we lost Baba, so we are orphaned. So Ruto is going to lead us, President Ruto is going to lead us. So, and this is coming out of ODM members. So that is also a conversation that we are going to have and weigh our thoughts. So let me take this opportunity to welcome Makobura. Makobura, how are you doing, sir?
Okay, good evening. I'm doing good, and I hope that you're also okay. Allow me to say hi to Miguda and to the ES, and niwaalike na niwaambie huku ni nyumbani. Vile tunasema your opinion counts.
Okay, asante sana. Miguda, habari gani?
Niko salama kakangu. Hali yangu iko vyema, nimeshinda poa. Nasema tu niko na nyinyi, na vile pia nafuata hiyo siasa ya Tanzania na pia nafuata hizo sarakasi za chama cha ODM, na niko na uhakika ya kwamba tutazizungumzia hapa. Karibuni wenzetu.
Asante sana. ES, habari gani?
Zuri sana. Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to join you guys today, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being our panelist. So we are very happy because, like, today we have a female panelist. You know, it is very rare. We used to have only one of our panelists, but like she's not yet back, and I hope and I believe you will be regular here, so that we can also have opinion, especially from your side. So the conversation of today, we might start with Tanzania. Miguda, you said that you've been following on the issues unfolding in Tanzania. For now, what can you say?
If you can hear me clearly.
Yes, confirm. I can, brother.
So I don't know whether to speak Kiswahili or English.
Zote umekubalika, zote zinakubalika baba.
Sawa, wacha leo jaribu kuzungumza Kiswahili. Nimekaa bila kuongea Kiswahili kwa muda mingi sasa. Jana sikupata nafasi ya kuzungumzia hiyo masuala ya Tanzania juu wakati mlikuwa hapa na Makubuda nadhani sikuwepo. Sasa hata mimi ningependa nichangie kidogo ili wenzetu wapate kupata maoni yangu. Kwanza ningependa kusema sisi kama Wakenya tumepigwa na butwaa kupata habari ya kwamba wale majirani wetu wenzetu wa Tanzania walienda katika uchaguzi, na uchaguzi yao, siku ya uchaguzi kulikuwa na vurugu, kulikuwa na maandamano, watu walipoteza maisha zao, vile vile pia tunapata mali ziliharibika na pia mali ziliporwa na wananchi. Sasa si jambo ya kawaida kupata wale wenzetu ambao kwa muda mrefu tumejua kama ni wale watu wa amani katika Afrika Mashariki. Sasa unapata ni jambo geni, na pia ile tume ya uchaguzi ambayo inatangaza mshindi waliamua ya kwamba wakatangaza yule mama, na vile vile unapata kwamba sheria za huko ni sheria mbovu, niseme hivyo. Unapata wakati tume ya uchaguzi ishatangaza mshindi, hakuna mtu yote ako nafasi ya kupinga matokeo ama kupeleka hata maswala huko katika mahakama. Ndipo sasa unapata kwa mpaka saa hizi yule mama ndio rais kulingana na sheria zao, na vile vile unapata kuna watu wengi waliumia. Na ningependa tu kusema tu sisi kama wale Waafrika na wale ambao tunaamini ya kwamba kuna demokrasia na pia kuna haki, Tanzania kusema tu kweli wako na amani, na amani bila haki, amani bila uhuru, amani bila ukweli katika tume yao ya uchaguzi. Sasa mimi ningependa kuzungumzia jambo moja ya kwamba ulipata baada ya sarakasi, vurugu, maandamano, tulipoteza watu wengi, watu elfu na elfu, na watu walipoteza maisha yao, na si jambo nzuri kupoteza maisha ya binadamu, kwa sababu unataka kuwa kiongozi, utaongoza kina nani ukishaua watu? Na vile vile pia mali ziliporwa na kuharibiwa, na unapata kuna kauli ambao walichukuliwa na wale wapinzani ya kwamba kama lazima tuanze mwendo kama wananchi, lazima tuangalie zile mambo. Kuna zile mambo walikuwa wanatarajia kwamba hii uchaguzi itupiliwe mbali, na sasa tunasema ni nani atatupilia mbali juu hawana sheria yao ni mbovu. Wangekuwa na hata mahakama inaweza tupilia mbali ama tume ya uchaguzi atupilia mbali. Tena walizungumzia kusema ya kwamba kana kutupilia mbali uchaguzi huo, wangependa wao wakuwe na sheria yao, wakuwe na katiba yao, niseme hivyo. Tuliwaambia kitambo ya kwamba, jambo ya mwisho namalizia nikisema ya kwamba mimi na Benson tumezungumzia hii jambo hapa. Tulisema ya kwamba hakuna siku mtapata katiba kama katika kwa njia ya amani, ya kwamba nyinyi mmeketi tu kistarehe mnatarajia mpate katiba. Hapana, sisi kama Wakenya ili tufike pale tumefika ama tupate katiba yetu, kuna watu walikufa na pia kuna vitu vingi tumepitia kama wananchi. Hiyo katiba yetu haijakuja kwa njia rahisi, na nikiona ya kwamba saizi kuna hiyo maandamano na kuna vurugu wananchi na serikali, hizo ni tu ishara ya kwamba wako katika ile msafara tumekuepo hapo kama wananchi wa Kenya. Wako pale tulikuepo huko nadhani 80s and 90s. Sasa ningetuomba tu watulie, wakuwe na utulivu, na si lazima mambo maswala zote zitatekelezwa katika barabara ama kwa maandamano. Wafaa waketi chini, waangalie vile wanaweza pata katiba yao, na vile wameanza hii mwendo, niko na hakika ya kwamba inshallah watapata katiba yao. Lakini wakati wanapounda katiba yao, wanafaa kuzingatia zile maneno ya kwamba kama tumefanya uchaguzi, tukuwe na mahakama kuu ama mahakama ya upeo kama ile ya Kenya ambayo inaweza fanya uchunguzi ya uchaguzi, na vile vile pia tuhakikisha kwamba wale wenzetu waliotekwa nyara, walioshikwa kiolela wameachiliwa huru, na vile vile pia wanapounda sheria zao wajumuishe basic rights and fundamental freedoms katika sheria zao, ili wakuwe na haki ya kufanya maandamano, haki ya kufanya assembly, haki ya kuwa na haki ya kuparticipate katika uchaguzi. Hiyo ndio maoni yangu mpaka saa hii. Kwako Benson.
Asante sana. Labda tu kwa ufupi tu, labda najua utachukua muda mingi. Unajua sasa ukiangalia Tanzania, tuko na Tanzania bara na Tanzania ziwa la Zanzibar, na ukiangalia tena kwa undani unaona kwamba Madam Suluhu Hassan ni mtu ambaye anatoka kule Zanzibari, na Zanzibari kuna utulivu kule kwenye Mwinyi yuko, ambapo hata Mwinyi aliapishwa vizuri, hakuna vurugu, na unapata kwamba Tanzania bara kuna haya mambo yanatokea. Hii inakuonyesha picha gani?
Kuna picha inazoonyesha hapo, ningependa kuitazama kwa njia mawili. Kwanza, unapata ya kwamba kama mama yetu Samia Suluhu anatoka huko Zanzibar, au pengine wawezi kuwa na vurugu juu kiongozi anatoka kwao, ama tuseme ya kwamba huko Zanzibar inaonekana ilikuwa stronghold yake Samia. Sasa hakuna haja wao walete vurugu. Unakumbuka hata wakati tulienda katika maandamano ya 2017, wale marafiki zetu wa Bonde la Ufa na wale marafiki zetu wanatoka katika Central huko mlima hawakuleta vurugu tu. Wale warafiki zetu kutoka Luo Nyanza na Nairobi Kibra na eneo zingine waleta vurugu. Sasa ni jambo ya sahihi kupata ya kwamba wale wenzetu wako katika Zanzibar waleta vurugu juu huyu mama anatoka huko, na pengine huko alikuwa na wafuasi wengi. Na pia nilipenda kusema hivi, mimi sioni ya kwamba kulikuwa na haja ya kuiba kura ama ilikuwa na haja ya kufunga wale wapinzani ili ashinde, afanye mashindano yeye Samia na Suluhu. Tunapata Chama cha Mapinduzi iko na maarufu kubwa katika Tanzania bara na katika Zanzibar. Hata kama wenzake wapinzani wake wangesimama hizo viti, wangemshinda, angeibuka mshindi bado. Sasa sioni haja gani yeye kufanya hizo serikali zote alifanyia kuwaweka ndani na pingu au wapinzani wake. Jambo la mwisho, unapata hapa Tanzania bara watu wako wengi kulingana na pale Zanzibar, na pengine unapata hao wenzetu wa Tanzania bara wangependelea mabadiliko ili kiongozi au rais atoke huku bara. Imekuwa kwa muda mrefu sasa, pengine walionea hivyo, lakini hiyo si jambo la sahihi. Jambo ambayo ilifanya wenzetu waende katika barabara ni ya kwamba wale wapinzani wake Samia Suluhu waliwekwa katika jela, walipigwa pingu na hawakuruhusiwa kuparticipate katika hizo uchaguzi, na vile vile pia haikuwepo na sheria. Hiyo sheria yao ya uchaguzi ama hiyo tume yao ya uchaguzi si tume ya haki, si ya ukweli, na si tume iko huru. Ndiposa kulikuwa na mambo mengi. Sasa mimi napenda tu kusema ya kwamba jambo muhimu ni ya kwamba unaweza pata hao wenzetu wako katika bara walifanya maandamano juu pengine idadi kubwa yao walikuwa wanapinga hii serikali.
Okay. Asante sana kwa maoni yako. Wacha nichukue fursa hii pia nikaribishe dadangu. Labda dada, utakuwa na ruhusa ya kuzungumza ile lugha unaona inakufaa vizuri. Labda tu kwa maoni yako, ukiangalia yale ambao yalitokea katika nchini Tanzania wakati ambao walienda kupiga kura ya kuchagua viongozi wao na mpaka saa hizi, we kwako kuna maoni gani dadangu?
Asante sana. Kwanza mi na feel okay, nitachanganya Kiswahili na Kizungu.
Hamna shida.
I feel like Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan alikuwa a bit insecure, and it's common with leaders wenye ni madictators. So alikuwa anajua whatever amefanya maybe in the past few hizo siku zenye alikuwa kwa uongozi, alikuwa tu na uoga ya kutokuchaguliwa, of which wapinzani wake si kuona kama kuna mtu mwenye angemshinda. And being that Kenya tumetagiwa along kukuwa influential na maneno yenye wanafanya, I think the only thing we can do sasa ni ku stand na our brothers who are in Tanzania na to check up on them, kwa sababu sahii maneno yenye yuko huku huwezi elewa ni nini itawafanyikia.
Okay. Na labda okay, asante sana. Labda tu kukuuliza swali kama mwanamke, unapata kwamba wakati Madam Suluhu aliingia katika uongozini, unapata kwamba watu walisherekea sana, na hata zile kauli ambazo walichukua zilikuwa ambapo watu walikuwa wanaona kwamba Tanzania saizi itakuwa kipaumbele, lakini tumeona mabadiliko ambayo yeye ameleta sana sana kupata kwamba wale ambao wanamkosoa, unapata kama kuna wengine ambao wamepoteza maisha yao. Kuna mzee mmoja alikuwa anaitwa mzee Ali Kabua. Huyu bwana alikuwa anatoka Dar es Salaam akielekea Tanga, safari yake ikakatishwa, na baada ya siku chache mwili yake ikapatikana. Na unadhani inatuonyesha picha gani kuhusu uongozi ya wanawake, ama tuseme kama uongozi wa mama?
Kwa upande wangu huo ni uongozi mbaya. Kwa sababu kama kiongozi mzuri unapaswa to embrace the opinions of everyone.
Okay.
Not silence them.
Do you think like people will use this to measure or to be a reference point, especially now in Africa when you're looking at the leadership of women? Can it raise a question mark?
Most likely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then given that it is a men dominated world, they will definitely use that negative point pull down.
What about other women? What about other women who might try to compete for such position?
Yeah, it might reflect on them as well.
All right. Thank you so much for your opinion. Just hold on for me. I'm coming to you. Makubura, how are you doing again?
Kovyama, nashukuru.
Okay, wacha turudi nyumbani, kwa sababu labda ilikuwa tu maoni, kwa sababu mimi nakumbuka jana mimi na wewe tulizungumza sana kuhusiana na mambo ya Tanzania. Nadhani leo wacha turudi nyumbani. Leo hii Rais William Samoei Ruto alitoa kitita cha milioni 50 kwa ADC ambao ilikuwa kule Vihiga County, na hii ni swala ambayo unakumbuka hapo awali imekuwa ni jambo ambalo linazungumziwa sana, na leo tena tunaona rais ametoa kitita cha fedha hicho kwa hili kanisa, na unapata kwamba kuna vitu vingi ambazo saa hizi tunaweza sema kwamba nchi inakumbana nayo sana sana. Tukiingia katika sekta ya elimu, unapata katika vyuo vikuu sana sana walimu ama wale hawako katika madarasa kwa takriban saizi nadhani ni miezi 2. Unaona kwamba rais ametoa kitita cha fedha kama hichi. Wewe kwako hii inakuonesha picha gani?
Okay. Thank you so much. Kiswahili yangu si mingi sana, sasa mimi mtakubali pia mimi nichanganye. Yeah, first I want to say that President William Samoei Ruto has always been given an opportunity by the people of Kenya to partly showcase his leadership skills, but apparently from most of the priorities that he's always focused on, to me, I think they are misplaced priorities, because currently we have an ongoing university strike. We have an ongoing strike by the university lecturers. And if I'm not wrong, this is the 47th day, 40 something, if I'm not wrong. And remember, the students were supposed to be, the university students were supposed to be in class. They were supposed to be dealing with, continuing the semester. And apparently, from what we are seeing, after the negotiations, the government came out and said that they would do half of what the university lecturers were demanding. But apparently, after further consultation, the university lecturers said that they wanted the full amount of money because the many times that they've always negotiated and they've always agreed that the money would be paid in bits, they've never really, it has never been honored by the government. And for that reason, they were very particular, and they was clear that they're going to continue with the strike until the government comes out to pay them what really belongs to them.
Yeah.
The university lecturer were expecting, it was around 7 point something billion. And to me, from my understanding, this is not, of course, it is a lot of money, but for the government and for a country where Kenyans are hardworking, they wake up every day, they pay their taxes. I understand that that is not a lot of money for the government, being that even the students themselves, the university students, are also paying their school fees on time. And we've seen not once, but several times that whenever they've not complied on matters of payment of fee, they'll actually be shown the door, or they'll not be given an opportunity to continue with their studies. So what we are seeing in Kenya is typically mismanagement of resources and misplaced priorities. As a government official or as the president of the Republic of Kenya, the president needed to have invested more, or he needed to have considered more of the relevant emerging issues amongst the people of Kenya. Partly, would have considered payment, paying the lecturers so that they would go back to school, so that the stress that the university students and their parents are going through is somehow dealt with. But something else is that the country is facing a lot. There are so many things which are currently not working. And if he has the money, I don't know whether that was his personal money or he was giving the money that has been paid by the taxes of the people of Kenya. If it is his personal money, then either way, education is the key. Education is one of the most important things that in this generation or in these times that we are living,
Yeah.
each and every person would really want to get the knowledge or the education. So it is one very important thing that, to me, I feel that just imagine these university students. They are doing courses that are later on going to shape their lives, or later on going to shape their future. If they are not given the opportunity to perfect it, if they're not given an environment to perfect what they are going to, the future that they're going to have. And we are seeing government leaders coming out, splashing money, using luxurious or engaging in activities which are not beneficial to the entire country. Then as a people, we need to come out and raise and to call them out.
All right. Thank you so much.
Maybe one thing that we'd also want to put across is that this is not the first time we are seeing the president splashing money or giving money to certain groups. The other day we were seeing his deputy together with quite a number of members of parliament doing the same in the name of empowerment. One of those, the people of Kenya have never seen anything meaningful or helpful in matters of empowerment. The other day I saw them coming up with what we call nyota, or I don't know what it means. And I saw quite a number of youths lining up, only to be told that 7 or 70% would be taken from the ward and they'll be given 50,000 And the only question I'm asking myself is, what can 50,000 in the economy that we are currently living?
50, sorry to ask. 50,000 was per person of the 70 total that were going to be picked from each ward was supposed to share this money.
They were being told that they would be given 50,000, but even the communication itself is not
per person.
Yeah, it's not really. There's no truth in it. So that is the only worry that the Kenyan youths. I saw quite a number of my friends traveled all the way from Nairobi going to their rural homes.
Yeah.
And majority of them used a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that all those who left their places or where they were staying and went to these particular places, whether to be given this amount to start business, I hope that they'll be given, because it would be such a disastrous thing for a youth to travel all the way from Nairobi to their rural home only to be told stories and stories.
The best thing that you can do through your friends, maybe you can follow up with them so that now we can get accurate information and okay, we tried and this 50,000 we were given, or all that could be good. At Brother Ben, when I tell you it is two-term, it is real as it is in our neighborhood. Okay, two-term is always real. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Laban Misiani, for your comment. I'm seeing my good brother Joseph is here. Before I invite Joseph, I want to know, I would like to get to know the view of two of my panelists, that is Miguda and ES. And Miguda, if you allow me, let me just bring in ES to tell us her view, especially concerning about the 50 million that was donated by the president at a church. Yet this is something that has always been national conversation. Yes, can you get me?
Yes, are you there?
Maybe if Miguda, can you pick it? Then we can invite Joseph.
Okay, I can pick you. Then you can invite Joseph. From what I'm learning, that what Mr. President did today is just a norm. It has been made to be a norm in the politics of this country. The reason why it's a norm is because even after him himself has tried to make it clear that it should not go on, but is the first suspect or the first person to proceed with it. I just want to view that maybe it is working for him, because this is not the first time Mr. President is contributing to the church. This is the first time he's donating to the church. He has done it before, and even the previous elections towards 2022, he was doing it, and he has never stopped doing it, even after him pronounced itself that people should stop it going forward. What I come to learn is that Mr. President, as he is the mood of campaigning right now, what he did previously, he targeted his stronghold. The previous election, Mount Kenya was his stronghold. Yeah. He used to go to Mount Kenya every weekend, and he used to worship with them, contributing to their churches and their projects, and get away with it until he was elected, and the people of Mount Kenya voted for him massively, and he won that election. I think right now what he's doing is exactly what he did previously, that because right now Mount Kenya's left him, they have gone, and he has focused on the western region, the former western province, Nyanza, not much in Rift Valley, because then previously was not much in Rift Valley, because that is obvious, they will vote for him. Now, he want to focus on the stronghold of 2027, That's why he has focused to Western and Nyanza, going there with them with the so-called contributions and donation. You talked about colossal amount of money, like 50 millions. You talked about 20 millions, sometimes 10 million. You want to make it clear that here is my strong base, and I'm only investing in my strong base. After investing in my strong base, then I have to win in those strong base, and I have to be declared that I won from those strong base. That's a similar thing that happens here. So I don't see any difference, because even when he invested in Mount Kenya, we never saw him in Nyanza. We never saw him in Western investing such amount of money. So I think he's investing his campaigns in his stronghold and don't want to miss, just want to focus on his bases so that he can claim them come in the final declaration of the results.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Miguda, for that. And Laban Bisiani is asking you, Mr. Miguda, what's wrong if the president donates for the church? Miguda, even in Central, if Central left State House cannot leave. Okay, that is Mr. Laban.
Let me respond to that one kindly.
All right.
I haven't said that it is wrong to donate or contribute. I'm very much clear. I've just said that is a style of Mr. President to campaign. There's nothing wrong on how someone does campaigns. I've just said that his style of campaign, it works for him. Previous election, and right now is implementing what works for him.
All right. Thank you so much. ES, are you there? Okay. Seemingly ES is not there. Mr. Joseph, how are you doing, sir?
Yes, Brother Benson.
How is the going?
I can see in 2 term.
Unajua ukiangalia siasa zetu saizi, siasa ni aina mbili. Kuna wale ambao wanasema ni one term, kuna wale ambao wanasema ni 2 term. Na unajua katiba inaruhusu. Sasa ni wale ambao watakuja kuamua ni wale ambao wanapiga kura. Unajua?
Wacha nichukue hii fursa nisalimie Marco Bura, salimie Miguda. I don't know who ES, maybe he came, I was not here, so we'll take the chance to greet ES. And thank you. I've heard the question you have asked.
Yeah.
And the question is really a simple one, and I'll give a very simple and direct answer.
Yeah.
When you hear somebody saying that, I like what Miguda explained. Miti shamba ni ile lakini wanyama ndio wanajaribu kujibadilisha. You know, that is what he did in Central. So Western people, they need to be alert. The same tactics that he used in Central Kenya region of the churches and donations. And the problem is, this money that he's donating, is it his money or our money? Because we need to know. Because he cannot be donating this money and he cannot remove he cannot. And we need him to tell us straight, because between the president and the person of William Ruto, we cannot be able to distinguish. So when he removed this money, we need to know. Siwezi kataa kusikia taxes zinatolewa za kupatiana kwa kanisa. There is so many other religions, not only the church which is there. And the kind of money that is being given can be used in other things, not only in churches. Even if you come here and fight me and say that I'm fighting churches, it's not the right way to go. Churches were supposed to be helping people, not to be helped. Most of the churches you have seen, there are denominations which have schools and they have hospitals. So I expect the churches are the ones who are supposed to be helping the vulnerable than them being helped by the government. And it's truly, there is a division between the state and the government. Why has it become now there is no division between the state and the government nowadays? It's like the same thing, they are colluding together. So I think the situation is still the same vile ilifanyika Central. It will be like this. Naona labda na kinichokoza hapo wanasema now that Baba left, Ruto is the man we fought. No problem, everybody has his own decisions. I cannot stop you from supporting who you want. It's your principal right. Thank you, Brother Benson. Nilikuwa nataka kujibu hiyo kidogo kabla tuendelee.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph, for your contribution. And I don't know whether ES is still with us. If not, if she comes back, we will engage.
I think ES is there. ES, kindly tell us what you think about the president giving money to church while the lecturers are still on strike. You know, there is quite a lot of things not happening in the country. Yes.
Hello. Poleni,
Yes.
nilikuwa nimepotea kidogo, lakini tuko pamoja.
All right.
So personally, I feel it is not the right thing, because in my opinion, naona ni kama he's donating that money to get followers na ni kama ananunua watu with the money. Churches are supposed to help people, na hiyo pesa ukipata hata akidonate kwa kanisa haiendi ati kufanya jambo la maana. You get it? So me, I feel like hiyo pesa ana donate na it's just mismanagement of funds, and it could be directed to more lucrative projects. Ukiangalia, like in Kenya right now, we do not even have good hospitals. Au wenyewe, like, they have to be flown out for treatment. Hiyo pesa kama inaweza enda towards kubuy better equipments, you know, ingine iende towards education, good education, itakuwa ease burden at some point. So that's my opinion.
All right. Thank you so much for your opinion. And, it is something that is worth being debated on the public space, because you look at how we are doing even in the educational sector, especially as Makubura mentioned about the lecturer strike. And, and you find a situation whereby that the president can donate, maybe that is his own money. We don't question that, but like, our priorities, especially when you look at how long the lecturers have been outside they're not on the classroom, and the main issue or the main reason why they're out is because of the money they are paying. But you find that most of our leaders, not even including president, you see how they do empowerment. So you find that the empowerment is done by like where the real issues where people should sit down and discuss about on how to see how the strike is ending. We are seeing is not going as we thought it could be. So, but that is a country that we have. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Now, let's come to the main discussion of today. And what we want to discuss is about the future of ODM. And I know this is a subject or a topic that has been discussed so many times before even the death of the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga. But the reason why I'm bringing this, because during the value of the Right Honorable Prime Minister, one of the messages that we got from the leader is that the Right Honorable talked to so many people before he died. And there was that each and every person was told that we need to unite as a party. Right now we are seeing two axes that I would say is axis that is the Sifuna axis and the Gladys Wanga axis. And the Gladys Wanga axis, majority of them, some of them also say that they are orphan, so the only person who can inherit them is President William Ruto. That is something that also is there. There's also those who are in Sifuna, or those who have line of thought with that one of Sifuna, who believe that in 2027, ODM does not need to work with the president. Sifuna also talked about identity, and he said that ODM has its own identity, and there's no broad-based identity, or there's no broad-based candidate. And this one comes at a time when Gladys Wanga when there was empowerment, especially in Kasipul Kabondo, she talked about the broad-based candidate, and they said they will support. So either where the ODM does not have a candidate and the UDA have a candidate, they will support them as a broad-based candidate. Now, what we are seeing a mixed signals. We are not getting full. We are not getting like straight word that ODM is speaking in one voice. So we are asking this one, the two axes, will it work? Or where is it one putting the future of ODM? Will ODM pass the test of time immediately after the death of Baba in the leadership of the acting party leader, that is Oburu, who was today campaigning in Magarini together with the chair and the secretary general of the party? That is the conversation. And let me start with Joseph. Joseph, when you look at all that is happening in ODM, you saw what happened in Viga, whereby Otsosi told Mr. President that you have to engage us through structures. And he warned even the young people like Honorable Elisha and Jalango that we already sent you out of the party, so don't mislead the party. You would see that that they are not they're communicating in unison as a party. Joseph, what do you think?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. And it's a very good question. I think ODM is in self-preservation now. They are trying to self-preserve because we have by-election which are coming. You see so many things that are going to be talked about because these by-elections, they are not simple as it seems. You see, even the united opposition other parties have been given, they have been backing down and giving other candidates from their places. They are giving them the chance to have dialogue so that they can have certain candidates. So that is clearly what is happening in ODM. And I think if as Osotsi is saying, they need to have a structure because you cannot be having an ODM candidate running against a UDA candidate in the strongholds of ODM because they are in the broad-based government, as they said. Some are not agreeing they're in the broad-based. But what I know is ODM, as the way it is going, if it is not careful and they don't distance themselves, they are going to be caught up in all this. And I know some people are trying to fight inside, but it's not really working as such. That's why you see the party leader of now, Mr. Oburu Odinga, is trying his best he's distancing himself so much with the current affairs of the government and broad-based. Even he could see, he said that Babu is a young leader and is supposed to be supported in Nairobi. So I think these things, if they are going to go there, if they are going to decide they are going to the government, there's nothing you can do. Right now ODM is at the mercy of the people who are supporting it. It's not even at the mercy of these leaders. These leaders can talk and talk because I think you have heard many people saying that the members of parliament who came with ODM in 2022, we find it rough in 2027. So they are at the mercy of the people, because right now, as Baba left the scene, if Baba could speak one word and they could follow, everybody, even the people could follow. But now, I think everybody now is for himself. That's why you can see people are talking in different voices. But if they are going to, I know mostly the only way they can self-preserve is to join the government. There is no other way they can self-preserve. ODM as a party, the only thing they can do is join the government and support the government in even in 2027, so that they can be able to preserve.
Let me ask you. You're saying that they can join the government. As we speak today, we know that there's two axes, especially when you look at the axis that is aligned to the governor for Homa Bay, that is Gladys Wanga, who have insisted that Baba left it in the broad-based government. And even today, you saw the leaders like Elisha, Jared, and Antonio Loach. Those are the ones who, especially when they spoke on how they are orphaned. And if you relate back when Mutai Kahiga made that viral celebrating the death of Baba, when Gladys Wanga was having her first presser at around 8 a.m., the majority of those members of parliament that I've counted, actually some of them, a good number of them were with Gladys Wanga at the press, at that presser. And there's also Edwin Sifuna, who have recognized the agreement that was signed, but they're not fully into it, you know. So where is the balance, or Sifuna is holding in brief just to hold those who still do not believe in joining the government?
What I know in ODM, there is only one voice that is supposed to be heard. Those other factions that they are speaking and all the time they are fighting. There is no words they say. There is nothing they hold. You got the faction of Gladys Wanga and the faction of Sifuna. There is nothing. There is no watertight something that they have in the ODM party. You know the Central Command Committee or the NEC where they lie. That is where it all is. Not leave these people who are talking and talking. You can be. They are all. Gladys Wanga is a deputy party leader, and
Yeah.
Sifuna is a secretary general. So they must have that division between themselves. But the ultimate goal, the ultimate decision is made by one Oburu Odinga, because he's seen as the older person in that party. There's nobody who is older with a voice in that party. That's why I'm telling you, as they have decided, the only thing that they can do right now, Brother Benson,
Yeah.
even Sifuna going at its way, it's okay. He can go his way. Maybe he's going to make it at the senator level, if he's going to go his way also. But the problem is, how will ODM survive without the government? That is the real question. They need to join the government. They need to stick in this broad base, not to join. They need to stick in this broad base, because you have been hearing the likes of Akina Wanga and Sifuna. Have you heard the people who are called the experts talking? Because those experts are the ones who are supposed to be talking too much, because they are the ones who are in the real center of it. But I think ODM is already decided. We can come here and talk the whole day, but ODM is decided. It is in the government. It is there to stay. 2027, they are going to support the government. Even if those leaders don't want, the people are the ones who are going to tell them what to do. So I think ODM is going to be put in government. And when ODM is going to enter the Kenya County government, now I'm telling you, after post 2027, that is when ODM will be done. ODM will be done as a party.
All right, thank you so much for that. And let me also welcome ES, and also to weigh her thoughts, especially in what is happening in ODM. Do you see the future of ODM beyond 2027?
Thank you very much. ODM right now is at the crossroads, because the party really relied on Raila's image, his influence, his voice, and now that he's not around, they only have two options. It's either they reinvent into new leadership, or if they continue with the clashes, they will slowly lose their relevance.
So when you see the axis of people, like the axis of Sifuna and the axis of Gladys Wanga, sometimes they tend to communicate to their followers different messages. What does that one tell you, even about the leadership of it all and the followers of ODM?
I think that they are slowly going to lose their relevance, and that's all I think, honestly.
All right. Thank you so much for that, and I will engage you further. Mr. Meguda, how are you doing, brother?
Brother Benson, can I answer something that I've been told by Laban there?
All right, go ahead.
He has said that anyone who comes from outside ODM stronghold cannot speak for us. We know ourselves. Joseph is not one. I think I have just come to analyze it. I can be wrong or I can be right. I don't come to say the utmost truth. I say began into the current affairs, how I see things. That is how I talk from the stance I am. Because also others talk about Mount Kenya and other regions. So it's given that also I can talk about other stronghold areas.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Joseph, for that. And Miguda, here you are. When you look at what is happening in ODM and you combine it with what we saw during the empowerment at Kasipul, where a majority of the UDA members, including Kimani Chungwa, were wearing or donning the caps of ODM, and they ended up raising the hand, which of Boyd Were. And Gladys Wanga there talked about the candidate of broad-based. And when Sifuna rebutted that, he said that ODM has an identity. We do not have a broad-based candidate. We don't have the color for broad-based. And Ruth Odinga also talked about the same thing with Sifuna. He said that when we are going to this nomination, we are going as a party. What does each one tell you in ODM? Where is the future? Is the future in ODM leadership, or the future lies with the broad-based?
Okay. Let me respond on our understanding it. Me personally, I believe that ODM is going to pass the test of time because ODM has stood the test of time. And let me give you an example. First, before Baba died, Baba successfully managed his succession because Baba ensured that he rewarded loyalists, those who are loyal to him, and sycophants, people like Badi, Piwandai, Joe, Paranya. They were donated as experts, so they were rewarded. And people like Wanga, Arati, Osotsi, Abdul Samad Sharif, Otinda Molo, they were also rewarded as deputy party leaders, chairperson, vice chairperson, political affairs, people like, who is this lady? Rosa Buya. Then in parliament, many of them was rewarded. So Baba rewarded his loyal foot soldiers in the party. Alimazana wao. Then Baba said that I'm not a minister in Ruto's government. So Baba remained with the people, but those people were rewarded in the party. Someone they were rewarded in the CS position. Now, Sifuna was instructed that all in brief, don't go. Let us have the people. Let us not join it. The reason why I'm saying this is because what I'm seeing is that ODM, this is the first time ODM is going to, Ruto is making it look like he's going to do for ODM favor. No, ODM has been in government in 2007, 2008. They were in government as a coalition, whereby we had the PNU government and the ODM government in a coalition agreement. And Raila Odinga was the prime minister with lots of the ministers and assistant ministers. So, at one point in life, ODM has formed part of the government. And what they are trying to say, even if we form part of the government, but we're not going to lose our identity and our values. That is very clear. And remember, ODM came in 2005 to defend the proposed constitution by Kibaki. So they oppose it actually. To me, ODM, according to Raila's vision, that this is a movement because people can live. Remember, prior to 2013 election, we lost, ODM people lost very vibrant leaders like William Ruto, Musalia Mudavadi, Najib Balala. But ODM still exist and they were in the 2013 elections. In 2017 election towards, we lost our super. They lost their super SG by that time, Ababu na Mwamba. But they still proceed to the 2017 election coalition agreements. It has been happening.
Yeah. Just sorry. Not to lose your trail of thought. When you're talking about how they've withered on those challenges, and remember, when they are withering on these challenges, we know we had the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, and right now, this one is coming at a time when we do not have the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. And if you try to zoom it further, you would see some divisions are there based on the ideology and based on the interest. So how will they weather this?
That was going to be my parting shot, but I'll just get there. So I'm saying ODM has lost a very significant. Remember, ODM lost the entire Rift Valley, so they have lost many members. This is not the first time they are going to suffer this one. And these people were they lost them during division. Remember, there was a division between Raila and Ruto. There was a section of people, and even Ruto went with Duale from Northeastern. So there have been internal disruption in the ODM from the time it was formed. Even in 2005, after we opposed the constitution, Kalonzo went, Uhuru went. So this thing has been there. So what do you do? What they were trying to do right now is to ensure that even if we lose the people or the officials, but ODM remains a party, because ODM has been there as a party. Now what's happening right now? Raila has died. There's no Raila who was a unifying factor in the ODM. Before Raila died, we already saw this division. So let us not pretend like this division has just come right now because Raila is no more. No, there was division even when Raila was alive. ODM, Sifuna was speaking this, Wanga was speaking the other way. So there was division. And it is now evolving up right now. So what I'm trying to say is that you find out that when Oburu Odinga is the party leader of the ODM right now. Now Oburu Odinga, today I saw Oburu Odinga carrying someone's hand. So just doing the same thing Raila used to do. So what I'm saying is that, to me, ODM will what people don't understand is that right now they're in broad-based government, which we all agree. But the fact that we are in broad-based government doesn't limit our expression democratically that now you shut up. What Wanga wanted people to do. Sifuna said to the people, even if you are in broad-based government as partners, but you should retain your values and identity. Don't just enter there, then the UD is going to swallow you. What they are trying to do is that in 2027 elections, when they go to elections, they have a coalition agreement with UDA.
Yeah.
But they don't lose their identity and values. That the fact that you are in a coalition with William Ruto, now you are not allowed to critique, even if he's doing any wrong in the government. That's what Sifuna is trying to explain to the people, that even if we are here as the broad-based, but we cannot lose our values, that now we must be praise and worship team. And that's what Orenga is saying, and that's what Nyong is saying. But people like Gladys want people to praise and worship. And it is the ODM which has salvaged UDA.
Let me ask you, Miguda, and I just want to know your opinion, honest opinion, because when you're looking at broad-based government, earlier, what led us to where we are, or what led to ODM to where they are right now with the broad-based government, is there was that protest. And it used to be said, even Oburu yesterday confirmed, that the government was unstable, and one of the responsibility, or one of the reasons that made that agreement to be signed, was to stabilize and bring tranquility and peace to the country. So which means by then we used to say, or it was seen, that the administration of President William Ruto was surviving under the wings of ODM. That is something. But now, when you look at that right now, do you see a future whereby now we can categorically and sincerely say that the president still survives under the wings of ODM?
Right now, yeah, it survives, because if ODM decides right now today to join the United Opposition, where will be William Ruto?
But we're talking about the stability. Forget about the election.
Yeah, even right now, if they pull away, if all the experts decide to resign and the entire team pull away from the current president, I don't see him being stable. is going to be destabilized. That's a fact. So ODM, and why is it that if ODM is not important, why is that the president is insisting that ODM must be in government or form part of the government? Because he knows what ODM holds for him. Remember, if we decide today that we pull away as the fan base of Baba from Ruto, you understand, you know what can happen in Nairobi if we join hands with the United Opposition. So he knows that one very well. And I think that ODM is playing a critical role to stabilize this government. Why not for ODM? Today we could be speaking another story. So what people must understand here are not that we are in disagreement or we are stubborn. No. The point is, Sifuna and Ruth are saying there are challenges in this party. If they can be sorted out, well and good. But there's another issue here. If we are in broad-based government as a party, must we lose our values? Must we lose our identity so that we cannot talk? We must be praised and worshipped. And Orengo said this one, even if you are in the table, those people will be representing them to discuss on the coalition agreement. Remember the people. Don't discuss without putting the people into your thoughts. Ensure that you remember where are the people, where are the identity, where are the values. And that's why we are saying, as ODM party,
Megoda, let me clarify something. That's that's why we are saying you're saying that you are a member of ODM.
Of course, we are approaching elections, and I'm likely to find my party. We are in a consultation on which party to vie for. So I cannot authoritatively speak about ODM, because if my constituents has permitted me to go and look for the ODM ticket or for my candidate, I have no obligation, but I have to join the party. So I can speak as, and even my relatives are in ODM. They are elected in county assemblies or ODM. So they know me. So I'm speaking as someone who is a shareholder in the party. So I'm saying, as ODM,
Marco Bura is laughing.
Marco Bura is laughing because he understands what I'm saying. Joseph, it's a reality. It's a reality.
You know, Marco Bura is an aspirant, so he's laughing there. I know why he's jittering.
you know, Joseph. I have in-laws who are in the party. I have even brothers who are elected in ODM. So there's nothing wrong by me saying that our party, because it serves the family. So what I'm saying is that even nominated, even Marco Buras was 2013. He had a sister who was nominated. So what I'm saying is that as a member of as ODM party, if we must work with the UDA, if that is the decision of the party, what about the place of identity and values? Because UDA, if at all that's what Ruto is going to vie with, UDA is not going to last beyond 2032. Just like what we have seen, these political parties, they are not lasting beyond the period of election. So if UDA is going home, is ODM going home? ODM should be there even after UDA has gone home, even if UDA is one term. So now UDA become one term. Where do you take ODM? ODM is not going to be one term. ODM must go beyond 2027. That's my issue, because there is no clarity. It can either be one term or two terms. So if it will become one term, ODM survives. If it becomes two term, ODM survives. That's what Sifuna is saying.
All right. Thank you so much, Miguda. And today we've now we are now convinced that because like you've made it you are speaking as a member of ODM, and Laban Misani will be very happy to welcome you home, because like for quite a long time you've always not been you've not declared your status. So today we know that you're there. Makobura, what about you? Because like our good friend are staying as a party.
Makobura akona furaha sana bwana. Let share with us.
Okay. I'll not let Miguda join ODM because
no. Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
I'm saying that
it is within his right. Is within his right, because like if he feels that's where his ideologies are.
It is his right, but I'll convince him. I'll give him reasons why
No.
he needs to join a party that we were forming, and he was part of it, unless he has lost hope. And
that's why you are laughing. I understand now.
No.
That's why you are laughing.
Your party, this party you're trying to form does not even exist. So let me go there, be in ODM the way he has decided, and to bring new changes. Actually, with the younger leaders being in ODM right now, that's good.
Miguda is losing hope just because we've not really gotten the required finance so that we finalize the final touches on what we were doing with the party. But I'll let him know that Miguda do not lose hope. The party is almost coming to the limelight, and it is the only party that would be respected by the people and by the young people. It would be a party that would be inclusive, a party that would also be part of the family. So don't worry. Apart from that, allow me to say that we've witnessed a lot of confusion in the ODM party, where leaders are speaking differently, giving different signal, and this is a worrying trend. I'm not a member of the ODM party, but I've lived seeing ODM party. So partly, as much as I'm not, I can say that it's, to me, it's like a mother party. So of course, if I'm seeing any negative things happening in that party, I think as a Kenyan, and as someone who has a friend or friends who have also invested in that party, I think I have the right to call anything that is not going right in that particular party. I wanted to say that for ODM party has always stood firm on quite a lot of matters, and the reason why it has gotten up to this extent is because of the firm decision that it has always taken, and the one voice kind of structure that they've always had. Remember some few days ago when you'd come speak against what the party would have decided, then it would simply mean something else. You'd be shown the door. And that is why partly ODM has always remained as a party that, gives instruction, and instructions are to be followed. I think as much as we enjoy the democracy, as much as we are expanding our democratic environment, the kind of leadership that we are currently seeing in ODM is one that is confusing, and it is not good for the party, if you ask me, because it lets the supporters asking quite a lot of questions, and they're confused whether to stand with certain leaders, and that is why we are even seeing anonymity among the leaders themselves. We are seeing a situation where when some leaders are speaking, they are being, they're being listened to, or they're being shouted at, and this is not a good thing. It would be in order if they were speaking in a language that is uniting, a language that is, of course, uniting their supporters, a language that is, clarifying their political stance. That would then make them have a relevant political, become relevant in the political land. Because currently, remember, even the president, I'm quite sure, is confused, because the other day he knew he had taken, or ODM was now closer to him, but now again, we are seeing consistent confusion, and it's not good for the party. Any party that is mature enough, similar to what ODM currently holds, it is one. We expect it to give directions which are of course, well thought.
So when you look at the two camps, whereby the way they keep on giving mixed signals, and the followers of the party, because to followers of the party especially, and bearing also in mind that the unifying factors, the pillar of that party, who was the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, is no longer with us. And you see people like Ostotsi, especially in the presence of the president, is telling the other ODM members that we had already sent you packing out of the party, and the other members who are deemed to be sent. Remember the ones who started working with the president prior, before handshake, and some of them were telling those days, usitishwe na hao mavijana wadogo wadogo wa ODM, and you find that the people who are fighting either to be in government or not to be in government, they're not even the UDA members or the Kenya Kwanza side. It's the ODM. And where do this one leaves the people who are supporting them? Their fanatical base.
Okay. On exactly what you've spoken about, I don't know whether today you saw the deputy party leader Osotsi calling out Honorable Jalango and telling him that ulishafukuzwa, you are not even supposed to speak on or anything about ODM. I think the question we are supposed to ask ourselves is why that statement was made and the impact of that particular message. As far as I'm aware, Jalango is still a member of ODM, and as much as they had taken some early political stand, I don't remember any disciplinary or anything being taken against them. And for that reason, if you see a deputy party leader coming out to say or to give such comments, and on behalf, in front of senior political leaders, then it only shows you and also confirms the fact that there is no unity within the party. And again, the political party itself has not made its stand on what they are currently standing for. And that is a serious, that's a serious problem for any democratic political party. And then something else you've said is the fanatical supporters. The question that they are currently asking themselves, these people are thinking twice. Do we withdraw the fanatical support that we've always given this party? They are experiencing two things. They are having afterthoughts, or they are having emotional. I don't know whether to call it emotional damage, or they are suffering emotionally because they are asking themselves that this is a party that we fought for. This is a party that some of us have died for. And this is a party that the party leader himself was, someone that they loved. And now that he's not here, wanaona tu the people have been left behind, wanapeperuka wakicheza na party, and hawaongozi vile walikuwa wamezoea kuongoza. And this is a political challenge that they are facing today. What does that tell you? Come 2027, in the election, the national election that is going to be held, you might then see what we call low turnout. And whenever you see low turnout, especially coming out from the fanatical supporters of a certain political party, then it simply tells you that the interest in politics and the interest in changing the political narrative in the country would have gone. That is going to be a disaster that we are going to or to experience as a people, because the main thing that we are supposed to be seeing is a consistent, progressive citizens who wants to be part of change, who wants to be part of elective decisions, who wants to be part of the decision making of the future of the country. But the moment you see them confused, not given a chance, or not being listened to, or whenever you see them asking questions on how political parties are managed or run, then it simply tells you the difficult situation that they are facing as a people. That would then affect their electoral turnout in the next general election.
All right, thank you so much, Makobura. And Joseph, when you look at the ODM, especially with all that it's happening, and we might also agree of the leadership crisis because the vacuum that is left. Is this one is all this that is coming out where they cannot speak with one voice, especially on some of the agreements that they've made, is because of that vacuum that is left, or is because maybe that mourning period is still with them, like the reality has not dawned that this something that we need to build as a party.
Thank you. You came to my thoughts. I was just thinking about that just a while ago. And I want to tell Brother Mark before I put my points up. Tengeneze chama haraka bwana. We want to see the party. We want to know the party name. Tuweza kui spread to the youth. I think is saying that it will be a youth party.
Okay.
So coming to the question that you brought, is a very good question. I was thinking about that right now. And I always tell myself, our father and our leader and our former prime minister, Raila Odinga, left us without a clue, because I think it was not destined that he's not going to come back to Kenya. I think what he was preparing, he was preparing to come back home. But I think the tragedy happened. So I think also the party was not prepared for this. There was no mechanism. When you have let's say, for example, the fire drill we always do it. You always have an evacuation plan of what you're going to do in case there is a fire in a building. I think ODM was not given the evacuation in case there was a vacuum there. They were not given a plan B in case there was a vacuum there. And I think that one is the problem. That's why you see so many dissenting voices. And if you want to know there is a vacuum, just go and look, for example, the what they are saying about Baba, the last words. Do you see they always fight within themselves? Baba mara alisema hivi, mara baba alinipigia simu akaniambia hivi, mara baba akiongea alisema hivi. This is the conflicting words that people in ODM are saying. So for me, I see that there is a vacuum which has been left behind, and the shoes that have been left behind is very hard to fill. So it is affecting really the party of ODM. And it's true what you have said also. They're in a mourning period. If there is two things that are happening in ODM, it is they're in a mourning period, and also they have a vacuum and a person who left big shoes which cannot be filled. So I think that is the major issue that is happening in ODM, and I think it is going to haunt them for the remainder of the parts because, for example, we are going for the by-elections. How will the by-election pan out? That is the real question. I know by-elections in Luo Nyanza, they might win, but what about the other strongholds they had, like Malaba? Malaba, they were supposed to be garnering for that seat so much. So I don't know what is going to happen, but I see outside this region, Boyd is the son of Were. He's called Boyd Were. Yeah, Boyd Were, I think they are going to vote for him because Baba had said they vote for him, you see. Because even Baba, before he had left, he had endorsed him as a candidate. But the issue is really going to pan out in the other regions that ODM also it has its strongholds. How is it going to happen in the other regions? That will be the test of ODM. The test of ODM in the Nyanza region, I think, is not high.
I think when you look at areas where ODM is vying, majority of those places that, to me, from all the look of things, they might win, especially Kasipul Kabondo. They are going to win. They're going to win Magarini. they're also going to win where CS for Energy, Opio and I used to be the member of parliament. Those places, like, especially in the Luo region, I think is a sure bet for ODM, including Magarini. That is my take.
Those ones. That's why I was saying in Luo Nyanza region, they are going to win the seats back.
Yeah.
But what about the other regions where they, like Malava, they were supposed to be fighting for these seats. We are supposed to see them fighting for these seats in these constituencies or these places.
Malava, in Malava, they do not have a candidate. They were supposed to support the candidate for UDA, and from the look of things, because like maybe before we invite even Miguda and Makobura to give their thought on, I'm seeing, because Malaba is going to be for a DPK, because I saw Boni Alwale is there, majority of the United Oppositions, and they're supporting the DPK candidate. And that is also going to test waters for the president, because going forward, because one of the I think one of the things that president is looking at inheriting the right honorable prime minister base. And how are you going to do that? So places like especially like Kakamega, let's say the western, where that is where he's going to test. And with them now working together, it could have been very fair for him, or it could have given him good results if the UDA candidate wins. If UDA candidates does not win, then that one will also be part of the strategy. Now, part of the strategy is going to use, he has evaluated himself and said that I'm not stronger in this area, and what am I going to do? And with all the goodies that he has taken to Western, because like for the last week, he has been in Western Kenya, so it's going to be a pointer for the next general election. So now
that's why I was saying, Brother Benson, when UDA is going to lose that seat to not be termed as UDA, perception is very dangerous.
Yeah.
It's going to be termed as broad-based government. You remember when this guy lost in you remember 2020, before we went for the elections in 2022, you remember what happened to the by-elections of the person who was called Kawanjiko? You remember that by-election?
Yeah.
The candidate was being called a candidate for what? This Kariri Jama was being called a candidate for Azimio.
BB for candidates for BBI. You remember? It was
It was BBI. Even it was not Azimio, because Azimio had not been created. So they were saying it's a candidate for BBI. So it's about perception. You see, these by-elections is not even about any winning the seats. It's not about anything that having leaders in parliament. This is about perception. And perception is very dangerous. You see, when people start seeing that you're losing elections in certain areas, it's going to be difficult for them. And even in Luo Nyanza, we might say they might win. What if they lose? What if ODM loses? It's going to be a very heated time now, and I don't know what will happen. This one will be a test for the broad-based government. This one is a very big test.
Let's hear from ODM member Miguda. What is the plans for your party, especially when you look at
Secretary General for ODM?
Okay. Joseph, don't drop. Joseph, don't drop. I want you to listen. I want to give you a clear view, kindly. Joseph is a very good understanding person.
Yeah.
So, first, before I go to the question Benson has asked me, let me clarify things here. Marco Bura has not lied. We had a political party by the name DRA, and I was almost vying for the SG position, and Marco Bura knows that one. And because of nonsense and other challenges, but we have registered it. It's in the political parties. If you go to the Political Parties Act, the country, you'll get it, DRA. So it cannot finance a candidate. But since Baba died, and I've also been approached by some people telling me, Miguda, hapa ni wazi, kuja uchukue hii kiti. So in that approach, you understand that there are some areas whereby political parties matter. And so in the
No, I will not agree with you. The only reason why I will not agree with you is this: if the people have decided to endorse you, it doesn't matter what political party you're running with. They're not. They like you as a person.
Our brother ni good amezama ndani ya nini, hata yeye amekuliwa na nini.
Okay, let me conclude. So what's happening is they are telling you, come, there's Ape Bakibure since Baba left, so the dominant party is ODM. So what do? You must consult, you must talk to. So I'm saying currently we are seeing that what we call transfer window. So once I'm confirmed, because I can come back in this channel as an ODM party member, so you will have, I'll not have excuse. I've made you aware. So what I was saying is that the issue of the ODM party but Joseph, just pray for me so that it can go through. We will have a good,
for sure, brother Miguda. I always come here like joking, but truly, if you see the people are telling you what to do, the people always.
Yeah.
If you became a leader, the people need to tell you what to do, brother Miguda. Don't go with mimi naambia watu vile watafanya. You should take that mantle and lead people. I hope all the best if I can be able even to support in any way, but we are hoping that one of our panelists. Lakini ukienda bana usitusahau bwana, unajua leo nilikuwa naona ile wimbo ya Jago ya kigeugeu nakumbuka. So usiende tugeukie bwana.
And remember, Roba is running, so that is also something that we need also to tell our viewers.
Roba is running. Roba is running.
Yeah, Roba declared.
For which seat? For which seat? Which seat?
No, he said he's going to run.
Yeah, because yesterday I was talking with him and we argued for quite a while. So
no, yeah, there was a time he said that he's going to run for a seat back at home. So maybe if he changes his mind.
Oh, okay, so I was saying this. We wished all the best, and God will sail us through. So I'm saying, in the ODM, just like I told my good friend Matoma Candettes that next month on 27th, let him prepare big lunch because Boyd Were is going to be declared the next Kasipul Kabondo MP. ODM is still going to win in Luo Nyanza, the Ugunja and the Kasipul seat. Because right now, people are even in that mood of mourning. And when people are mourning, there are many ways you can appeal to get sympathy to the people. That for Baba to be happy, for Baba to be happy where he is. People only respected Baba. And people are right now saying Baba must be respected when he was alive and when he's dead. So, those things, there is resonate so with the electorates. And then ODM people knows how to capture that attention. But this issue of electing other people, not from ODM, will happen maybe next time, but not this by-election. These ones, ODM will capture those seats. The issue of Magarini is a sure bet. And you know why it's a sure bet, because the energy and synergy being packed by the coastal leaders there, I think it's going to be a sure bet. Malava ODM walitoa candidate yao. We have only UDA, and that's why they were saying that UDA, they should go and campaign for the candidate in Malava. They should not come to campaign for their candidate, for the ODM candidates. They will not support them. And what I can just say, from right now, the ODM party, from the time Baba died up to now, there are those things that must work for the ODM. Like if you associate yourself with the ODM and you are in the stronghold of Raila Odinga, you are likely going to be re-elected as a member of parliament or any other places. And even so today, people are still visiting Baba's grave. And I saw even Jalas went today. I was like, were they not there during the funeral? Even those people who were there during the funeral are still going back. So it's very significant.
It's more. Yeah? It is more or less of political. It's political.
Yeah.
For some people, it's political.
Yeah, it's true. It's more of political.
I think also Uhuru, when he started visiting this one, I think he opened up doors for many. Many people did not think they can do this one. I think it's when they started this one. But others have started campaigning mode. No others were going like they're giving their respects. Others started campaigning modes now.
People like Margaret Kenyatta, I think they just went there to mourn. People like Ekure Court. But you find out right now there are some people who are there during people like Margaret Kenyatta, Ekure Court were not there. They were missing marks during the funeral. But these people were there. Even Benson went there once, but he has not gone back. So I believe that it's very significant politically that Raila's grave. And that's why some people in that party right now, and even people right now, they are trying to, you saw what Oburu did. Oburu said that even if somebody used to give people direct ticket in this party, that person was doing it illegally. He was responding to Raila that even if Raila used to give you tickets, it was being done illegally. It should be done through consensus, and if consensus fails, you go for primaries. I can just say right now, what's happening, people are still mourning, and if they can carry out primaries fair and free, I can tell you they will attract people in that party. But if they do the same thing they used to do, people will run away from ODM.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Meguda. Makobura, what do you say?
I like the conversation. Now it's boiling, and I can see it's boiling nicely. Where Miguda is, I can see is becoming active politically. That's a good way.
Karibu wache kwa chama peke yako brother Mark.
Watu ana chama ina wafuasi bana.
Lakini ni sawa tu, mambo yatakuwa vyema. Mimi naweza sema we need political parties. The country itself is the country itself and the constitution that we currently have is one that accepts what we call multipartyism. So it's a positive thing that we have quite a number of political parties in the Republic of Kenya, and it is a show of democracy and how mature we are, particularly on accepting the multipartyism. And again, I like how the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya is put in place, because it gives the people of Kenya an opportunity to be understood, an opportunity to give their views, and it's a good thing. If I compare it with what I'm seeing in Tanzania, that they even have a constitution, a constitution that do not allow anybody to question elections, whether they're done in the right manner or done in the wrong manner. That is so unfortunate. I think we've progressed well as a country, and the only thing I would ask the people of Kenya is that we are not supposed to go back or to get back, because we've taken many steps ahead, and in that quest or in that movement, we've lost quite a lot. We've lost many people in the quest for this good democracy or the constitution that we currently brag of. So let us not give an opportunity to the naysayers, those people having a negativity or a negative kind of mentality on matters of leadership, to come back to the limelight of the leadership. Because if we do so, they might take us back to where Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan is taking Tanzania. And one thing that I really like about the people of Kenya is that as much as they are not living in other countries, they are always there to stand with them and to point out the negativities in those particular countries. Kenya is the only watchdog that we currently have in Africa, and it's a good move. Whether you are their neighbors or whether you are their enemies, they will always come up and speak to you, and they are not afraid of anybody. To me, that is a good thing, because it shows honesty and love. And those would be my last remarks. So I'll give Joseph an opportunity to give his last remarks, and then Miguda will also give his last remarks, and anything else that we might not have spoken about. Brother Joseph.
Yes, thank you, Brother Mark. I think I need to be a mediator between you and my brother Miguda because things are not boiling. They are not boiling to the right way. But I'm very happy, by the way. I'm very, very happy to be a part of a team that is trying to change. You know, mi nilikataa kuingia kwa siasa, Brother Marco Bure. Mi nilikataa, niliona itanisumbua akili. Mimi najua spendi, mimi ni kama Uhuru, nataka tu kusikia kwa redio na TV na nikunywe uji na chai kidogo, taki mambo ya kusumbuliwa sana. So I think it's very good that young people Miguda and Marco Bura, you are getting into the limelight. I really admire this. And if you need any support, we'll be there. We can do any support in case of anything branding or something, because obviously automatically brother Miguda anajua Mr. change vote yangu nikuje huko, but I'll support you because I want to be in Nairobi. I need to make a change in Nairobi because I need to make a change of the governor and the administration that has been there, because it has not been working well. But we are with you, we support you. I'm very happy that we be having leaders, lakini brother Mark na Miguda mkienda huko bwana mnarudi tena, tunaongea tu, hata kama mambo itakuwa mzito sana, tunaongea kidogo kidogo. I'm very happy that I'm near leaders now. Nowadays hata naweza jisikia sasa, I can brag now, niseme najua I have one at home there, Panyamambo. So now I have one here. I've added Miguda and Marco Bura is here. So I would like to know which position my brother Miguda is going for. That is what I would like to know.
Okay, thank you. Na kindly you can connect us with Fanyamambo pia kuja hapa tuambie maoni yake. As a way
Yeah,
of
I'll surely do.
Okay, that's okay. Miguda?
Okay, Joseph, just let me be clear, Joseph. Joseph, you know, I don't want to disclose everything here, but because we are still in the process and the agent is still consulting, and also the sponsors are also still being consulted. So we don't want to make any rush. What we can just say is that in case you find us in the political parties actively, know very well that we were shown the way by the people, because there are some things that you don't just work. It is God's, I can say, miraculously. Someone just called you and told you that, okay, yeah, you need to be here. So, and now you like, okay. So there are many things still underway, but because the position also, I don't want to disclose, but I think it can be a legislation position anywhere. You know, we have bicameral houses, so it can be a legislation position. So we are still having a consultation with our think tank, and I think that's enough. Just know that we pray so as that God can open the ways and also can guide us to be servant in future and now, and in case it works out, so be it. I think that is the much I can say for now, Makubura.
And I would like to add for Brother Miguda, yeah. Leaders are born and they are made, and it's time for young people to take these things. We have been having the old same leaders, brother. I'm tired of them. We need to change these things. I think we need to change these things because it's our time now. There is no other time we can say. The population in Kenya is almost all youth. So I don't know why we don't have to take these opportunities. I'm very proud of you, brother Miguda, and I hope everything pans out, and I hope God is going to be with you in all your endeavors. Campaign pia usitusahau, tunaweza piga campaign, tutapiga kelele whether everywhere, hata social media or anywhere. So when you are ready, you just tell us. We don't want to rush you. Ni vile nimesikia niko katikati ya watu wanataka kuwa great men. Najua mkiwa great men sometimes we can tunaweza voice some things as citizens, and you can bring it in some of the legislative houses, and if we are going to happen this way. By the 2027, Brother Miguda, let me tell you one thing I've noticed. 2027 will be a very different kind of election. If you don't know, guys, it will be very different, and so many people are going to be young in this electric post. I'm telling you, they are going to be young people. People need fresh start. People need fresh ideas. They need fresh blood. Those people that have been there, yes, they have done what they have done, the jobs that they have done, but we need fresh blood in everything. That's why I'm telling you, even in my governorship, I'm going for people who have ideas. I'm not going to go for somebody because he has dimples or he's coming to tell us he can talk or he can do what. No, I'm going for people who are going to bring great ideas. So I hope God is going to fill you with wisdom. You'll be able to talk to the people if they are going to be able to. I'm very happy that you started with a very good stand. That the people are the ones who are going to direct you. That is a very good stand, because I've seen certain leaders saying that when they go to these bicameral houses, they start saying that si watu wamewapeleka huko ni chama na maybe rais ndio amewapeleka huko ama party leader. I'm very happy that the young people are taking this mantle, and I'm very proud of the young people. Let's take these positions, brother. Let's take them. For me, I will not be in any contestation, but I would love to hear that some of my friends here are there. I would love to hear that. I'll celebrate that day too much, because I know people we have here, they have brought kind of ideas. I've learned, I don't come here to only air my views. I come here to listen and hear all the ideas you give. You are leaders, and you are made leaders. So we need to hear all the ideas you are bringing. And so far, the ideas that Miguda and Brother Mark bring here, I can confidently say that they are good ideas. So kudos to you guys, and I hope for the best.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Joseph, for always being here and assisting us in one way or another. We really appreciate. Mikuda, have you given your final remarks?
Okay, my final thought. I just want to appreciate our viewers for coming to the show. I saw Mr. Tutam Laban Misiani, our good friend from the time we started our media. I appreciate you. We also appreciate our good friend and our panelist, Joseph, and Marco Bura for coming to the show, Brother Benson, and also wish you all the best. I think we'll meet tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.
Okay, thank you so much for finding time to be with us, and our supporters, Laban Misiani. I saw Judith. I saw Brenda, among others. Allow me to also acknowledge Eric Osewe, John Ogada, Austin Okumu, Mike Onyango, Wallace Amolo, among others. Everyone who joined us this evening, we really appreciate. Thank you so much for coming to be with us this evening. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate. Allow me then to wish you all a blessed night, a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, a blessed evening from wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. See you again tomorrow.